meditation, and you say, I'm grounded to Mother Earth. I'm deeply grounded to Mother Earth. And I am grounded to Mother Earth.
Rooted.
I'm sorry, rooted. Yes. So you are all rooted and grounded. Thank
Good.
you.
Good. Thank you. Let's give Luisa a big hand. Okay, how's your meditation? How was it? How's the meditation? Could you talk just 10 seconds? Just talk to the person beside you. Okay, that's it. No. Talk to the person beside you. Just share. And same way to the people who are listening, if you could just ask how's everything, or those who are listening individually, just have a reflection of what things happened or any during the meditation. John, can no, this is fine. We'll do this first. Shall we continue? Are we good? Huh? So well, let's continue. Let's. Sometimes what happened during the full moon, some people think that they'll just meditate. They'll just meditate. Fine, just meditate. But there's more to it than if we could. One of the things we try to do in the full moon is try to do a short discussion, maybe around 6 hours. So we'll talk about something. Number one, not only for the full moon, the specific full moon, but some other important things. Like metaphysical or esoteric things that we have to do. So today is actually the Aquarius full moon. Actually, it's not today. It's actually a day and a half ago. Actually, Saturday. What time? 11:38 p.m. Okay, this full moon, this is interesting. You know, sometimes you see people say they've been doing this in 1823. Wow, that's long. But I realize we've been doing this monthly full moon since 1994. We started in New York, we moved to New Jersey, we moved to different places, and it has grown. Now, it is interesting, now we're doing a live video. We are doing a live video streaming, actually, extending to different countries. Sometimes we could connect up to 250, up to 500 people. Different countries. We'll probably get an idea before we do the next meditation. So it's Aquarius. It's from This is interesting. Usually it's from January 20th to February 18. But there are times when it could be from January. This year it'll be January 21 to February 19. It's not really a big deal because if your birthday is on the 20th or the 18th of February, you're on the cusp. At the same time, if your birthday is on January 21st, you'll be on the cusp. So the exact time is actually on Saturday, 11:38 p.m. Okay, why do we meditate during the full moon? This is just a review for some, but this is just a during this time, the energies of light and love and the will to do good. What is will to do good? Actually, you know what goodwill is? Goodwill is you want something to do. Who wants to help children with AIDS in Africa? Anybody? That's goodwill. Will to do good, you will go to Africa. You understand? That is, it's not only a saying, but actually you'll do it. It's like somebody said, I'd like to join the Doctors with Borders. Do you really want to? They send you to Iraq, to Afghanistan, to the really difficult places. Nurses and doctors are sent. I said, do you really want to? The will to do good is actually signing up and going there. That's the will to do good. That means it's not only something that you want from your whole being, but actually doing it. So it's also, sorry, during the full moon, it's the during the full moon, thank you. During the full moon, it's the full moon is the highest time of the month where there's a tremendous amount of energy. So this energy we tend to tap during the full moon. And what happened was that this energy is actually unimpeded. That's why it's because the moon, actually the moon is further away from the earth. That's why the energy of the sun, or the energy of the Great Bear constellation, or the energy of that specific sign is very powerful. So these are just 7 reasons why. Number 1, the first reason for doing the full moon is actually blessing Mother Earth. That's our purpose. That is the purpose of the full moon meditation, to bless Mother Earth. And what happened was that in between, we're able to, thank you. In between that, there are a lot of benefits also that happen. We're able to absorb we'll talk about the positive qualities of that specific sign. This month is Aquarius. Number 1, it's what we call a spiritual shower. Who felt energy during that time? See, I increased the gap a little bit. You like that? Once you do the gap, then you'll be more aware of the divine energy coming down. So that's actually a spiritual shower. So what happened when you have this spiritual shower? What happened? Number 1, we used it to bless our loved ones and our projects. We'll bless our projects. We bless Mother Earth. We bless our country. Then I usually put there number 5 as during this time. I hope it's a shock. It's enough energy to sometimes wake you up. Have you noticed your life at times is zzz? Yes? It's like boring or nothing happening. If you understand? Yes or no? Sometimes your life is like, what is this? As if it's empty. Yes or no? So you use this energy to wake you up, to inspire you. Sometimes we get inspired when there is something happening in our lives, whether it's good or it's bad. Sometimes it's tremendous. Sometimes people get inspired when they get sick. Why? Because it's a wake-up call for them to take care of their physical body. Sometimes they said, wow, I can't have this. I have to take care of my body. So sometimes we have to have this shock in our lives. This is what happened. Actually, it's something to do with like the piano, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We're going to sing the sound of music. Do, dear. So what happened was that there's a jump. There's 2 jumps, right? Where's the jump? From do, re, mi. Yeah, right? And there's another one yet? Si.
Fa, sol, la. Mi to fa and si to do.
Mi to fa and
Si to do.
si to do, right? So what happened was that's the jump, that's the shock. So what happened if your life is like this, you have to find that kick to bring you up again. Wherever it is, however it is, you find it. I find it. Some people will find it during their meditation. Some people will find it some other ways, but you find it. So anyway, so you use you also use the energy of to bless the different areas in the world that are being affected. There are different areas in the world. We'll take care of them, and apparently, look at this. This is the important thing. Meditating during the full moon is equivalent to meditating every day for 1 month. For 1 day. For 1 day. That's why my son is here. He said, if at least I'm going to meditate, I am going to meditate this one. I'm going to cash my money here. Do you understand? Because what happened was that, look, the tremendous amount of energy coming in a concentrated effort. Hey, I'm going to use this. And why you exercise not because, we're killing time. No, we exercise so the energy will be absorbed in your cells. So the energy will be brighter, your cells will be brighter, actually golden. So what happens when they're brighter, it'll be stronger. You may not recognize it. That's why we exercise during the meditation. Okay? Anyway, so monthly full moon meditation translates to group service through group meditation. Blessing Mother Earth through group meditation. Anyone here born in the sign of Aquarius? When?
30.
Huh?
30th.
January 30th. Yes, Albert. Huh? Hey, happy birthday. 2 days ago. Yes. February 2nd. Good. So we have only 3. So could you ask those who are listening again, could you ask those people who have been birthdays during the sign of Aquarius? You could ask them, identify them. Before, I think what we're usually doing, where's Dennis? Usually we have a birthday cake for everybody after. It's no, bakery close. So, okay. What are the positive qualities of Aquarius? Albert, what are the positive qualities of Aquarius that you know? You're Aquarius.
They can be very abstract intellectuals.
Abstract?
Idealistic.
Okay.
Idealistic.
What? Sunday?
Emotional.
Okay. Yes. Ah, good point. Yeah, they're visionaries. What they see now, not a lot of people can see. They could see some of the things that are in the future already, and you say, what are you talking about? But actually they could see it. So they're ahead of their time. So these are some of the positive qualities. Aquarius is humanitarian. They just think of the humanity as a whole. They think of humanity as a whole. They think of globally, big time. Oh, what's that? Humanitarian and friendly? Oh, yeah. Doesn't sound English, huh? Okay, they're very honest. One of the honest signs, and loyal. Okay, Scorpio is loyal in its way, but honest and loyal. They're intellectual. They're not emotional. You're emotional probably happening right now, but by and large, it's usually intellectual. They are air sign. And although Aquarius, you could see the woman pouring in water, it's not a water sign, it's an air sign. So it's a thinker. What to think about? What's happening? Actually, they said starting around this time, December 21 or something like that, or Edgar Casey predicted, Age of Aquarius is actually here. They said 1998. We don't know when the Age of Aquarius has started. So imagine Age Aquarius in the Aquarian month is actually really, really very powerful. So they're original and inventive. They want original things. They think original. They don't copy. I don't know. Maybe in China they copy. Just kidding. Erase. No. So what happened was that they have a tendency to be original. They develop some stuff. As I said, they're the greater good of mankind. They always think of mankind in general. When they talk about it, they do that. They're intuitive and inquisitive. They want to know more. They're good communicators, by the way. Good communicators. Yes? Yes? Sometimes? Yes. Great thinkers also. They want to think. They keep on thinking. And they're idealists without blind faith. These are the ones probably leading revolutions. If you've seen Les Miserables, anyway, if you haven't, see it. This is the guy who's leading the revolution. He's that guy. They're just idealist and without blind faith. They really believe that what they're doing is actually the right thing. You cannot convince them otherwise, even if they have to give up their lives. Okay, more about Aquarius. It's the 11th zodiac sign. It's ruled by the planet Uranus. What about Uranus? Just remember, Uranus will be equivalent to unpredictability. Unpredictable. Uranus, unpredictable. That's why that sometimes with Aquarius, they're just in their lives there are some unpredictability. It's although the symbol is a water carrier, their air sign I said amethyst, and they're visionaries. Okay, these are the famous Aquarians: Mozart, Lord Byron, Charles Darwin, Abraham Lincoln, Jules Verne, Christian Dior, Ronald Reagan, Oprah Winfrey. So if you look at it, they could express themselves. Ronald Reagan has been called the great communicator. I think of all the presidents, he could. No, actually, him and Clinton, I think they could express themselves very, very well. They could command a crowd or anybody else. Okay, okay. The keynote of Aquarius is water of life. Am I? Poured forth for thirsty man. We'll talk about this a little bit. What does this mean? Water of life. What is water of life? From Aquarius. Think about it. Remember, Aquarius are actually, they think out of the box. They think out of the box. So, think out of the box. What does it mean? Water of life, am I? Poured forth for thirsty man. Different levels, however you look at it. You look at it from one level, Aquarius is ideas. So if you look at it, this water of life are actually ideas, inspiration. And for people who are thirsty, that's the one that will improve their life. But what happened was that we're going to talk about esoteric astrology briefly, but one of the things I want to let you know, in the keynotes, they're looking at a soul level. So what happened, the water of life is actually divine energy. When this divine energy is poured forth for thirsty man, so all of us yearn for the soul energy, for divine energy, to improve our lives, and to improve our lives of our family and other people. So this water of life, it could be that divine energy. Okay, I'm going to tell you. You know Hercules. There are 12 labors of Hercules. One of the labors here in Aquarius is actually, I think he was called by a king who wanted him to clean a stable that are dirty with manure, dirt, dung, and all that. And he said, I will clean it. And what happened was that, I said, you sure? I said, okay, I'll have a prize for you. Then what happened, he saw that there were two rivers actually connecting in that certain area, and Hercules overnight was able to connect this, and he was able to clean the stable. We'll discuss about it in esoteric astrology, okay? So each month brings a certain energy. Remember the positive qualities we have about Aquarius? Ask yourself, who among you have that? Maybe not. So he said, but Aquarius, it's natural for you. So what happened was that when you absorb it, you'll be do the positive qualities. We're looking at only positive qualities. Negative qualities, we'll talk about it after the meditation. Okay? Okay, good. Can we switch it? Can we switch it to the next? You have it? You have the next? Last month, who were here last month? Could you raise your hands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did we talk last month? Anybody? What did we talk last month? Oh, good memory. I worked hard on that talk. Actually, it's as above, so below. Remember? We talk as above, so below. The basic. We're going back to basic. This year, I want to have everybody, although we know about, some of you have been with us for a long time. Some are just starting to join, but at the same time, I'd like everybody to learn about the basic. I call it back to basics before deep esoteric teachings. So we're going to talk a little bit about esoteric astrology. It's easy, but actually not easy. We'll try to make it simple so we could understand it. Okay, what is esoteric astrology? What is exoteric astrology? Esoteric, that's what we wanted to know. What is exoteric astrology? Exoteric astrology is what you do. You look at the horoscope, that's what you have. You look at the qualities, you look at the qualities, your strength. You could predict when you're going to get married. You predict the future. You look at the auspicious things that will happen there. That's where, and you act on it. It says describe the mundane events in the human experience, deals with life events and circumstance. This is what you see in magazines and newspapers and all that. Is that clear? That is exoteric astrology. We're interested more now this year, so we'll in our full moon meditation about the esoteric astrology. What is esoteric astrology? This is when it deals with the horoscope. By the way, if you would like, maybe every month, have it printed up. You could print it up there. If you know the time you were born, where you were born, actually it's easy. So you could get a horoscope, or you'll have, not the horoscope, you have the chart. You have the natal chart, and it will give you a lot of information. And over the next couple of months, we'll try to go over some of the stuff. So esoteric astrology interprets the natal chart, not the horoscope, from the viewpoint of the soul. We want to know what our purpose of the soul and the inner cause of what happened in our life. That's what we want. At least have an idea. That's why I said it's easy but not easy. Because you yourself will have your own realization. People could guide you, but you yourself will probably say, this makes sense. Okay, esoteric astrology. One gets to understand more about your true self. What is the true self? It's the soul, the purpose of your life, and your spiritual path. It will give you an idea what is happening in your life. It will help you understand your talents and limitation. What does that mean? So if you know your talents, you magnify it. And if you know your weaknesses, you limit it. Yes or no? We have our limit. We have good things and not so good things. The good things we magnify or we increase, and the other one we sort of limit. Helps one to know more about oneself. You'll get to know more about yourself. You'll have a deeper understanding of the planets, the sign which relates to the inner workings of the soul. Boils down to the soul. Everything about the soul. Science of esoteric astrology will help us increase awareness of the interpretation of the soul at the personal level. From such awareness comes the possibility for humans to recognize the development of soul consciousness within them. Again, this is one way you could do your meditations. We have advanced meditations. We have workshops on achieving oneness. But this is another way to understand soul consciousness. Okay, this one, everybody has an idea. It's based on the soul. So this is the soul. This is a little simple than what we've used to. I didn't want to give a little bit more complex. This is the soul, and this is the higher self. This is the lower self. This is the higher soul, or true self, and this is the, what do you call it? We call it the incarnated soul. Incarnated soul. So this soul, higher soul, is the true self. We have noble qualities that one should strive for. These are soul qualities. We know the soul qualities. Love, compassion, mercy, generosity, fearlessness. And these are qualities of the soul that in your sign you have to strive for. So what happened was that this is the outer self or lower self, and one's highest idea can be distorted by the personality. What we want is that our personality will yield to the soul energy. Are you with me? Sometimes this personality is acting up. Sometimes our personality is so strong that the soul energy is not coming through. Our goal is that actually in higher levels of understanding, your personality will be soul infused. Will be soul infused. Right now it is infused. We are alive because of soul energy. But what happened was that sometimes it's going to be infused. The whole being is actually soul infused. It is also called soul infused personality on a higher extent is called soul realization, self-realization, or even to some extent enlightenment. An example. One of the soul qualities of Aquarius is to teach group consciousness. Group consciousness, the humanitarian. The one humanity, one life. So the energy of Aquarius evokes or would like to have global love, compassion, cooperation, and global outlook. If you look at it from some level, they never think of themselves, they think of others, they think of a group, they always think of a group. But what happened was that if the personality rules, then if there is fear in your life, which is a lower level, all of a sudden these qualities will be colored already. So the divine idea of love, compassion, to a certain extent will be veiled. And what happened was that the personality will rule. Clear? What we wanted to do is for the personality to yield to the soul energy. So soul energy will be the dominant thing. Clear? Here, this is a couple of lessons that we have to do. At least I want you to know. We have what is called the constitution of man. Remember the soul that we have? It's called the higher soul. This is the incarnated soul, which is the personality. Our personality is made up of our physical body, emotional body, and mental body. Is that clear? Remember, what's the guy's name? Hercules. Remember Hercules? He was asked to clean up the stable. So we're looking at that soul level. What does this stable mean? What's the dirt, the manure, the dung, everything there? Actually, it's our life. We have emotional manure, mental manure, and physical manure. So what happened was that by the soul, when the soul starts to flush, the two rivers is actually soul energy, and the other one is higher mental energy. So with this combined, the two rivers combine and flash out, it actually removes some of the dirt in our life. So that is looking at from a soul level. Although the olden times, I think it's like Lord Jesus says, I'll teach most of the people in parables. In this way, it's a hidden teaching. It's also a talk, like, say, for example, what are some of the things we used to, but actually there are deeper meanings. 7 dwarfs. What's 7 dwarf? Who? Sleepy. Basic chakra. What else? Huh? Grumpy, solar plexus. Happy, heart. Duck. Duck is, I think, crown. Or ajna. Ajna. What else? Dopey. 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 Who's dopey? Sleep. Dopey is 4. No. There's only 7. So it's the old system. Dopey. Sex? I don't know. Maybe you get dopey. Okay, anyway, it is seven dwarfs, and actually, and the Snow White, the soul. You understand? So, look at this. This is another explanation for it. We have the higher soul, incarnated soul, and this is actually this lower triangle. We're going to go with the lower triangle because I'll teach you a higher triangle because this is also a triangle. So the lower triangle is actually the emotional body, physical body, and the mental body. Okay? Now, next thing. So you know, Constitution of Man, you know a little bit of esoteric astrology. You know your sun sign. Anybody don't know their sun sign? You know your sun sign. You know when you're born? At least. Or, yes? Everybody knows their sun sign. Do you know your rising sign?
Yes.
Aha! What's the rising sign? Or ascendant? You have to know this. So tonight, before you go, anyway, try to find out. The ascendant, or it's called the rising sign. Okay? So that means the sign of the zodiac that rises on the east at the time of the exact time of birth. It has to be calculated. Like now, it's Aquarius. Are you with me? What usually is the sunrise? Around 6 to, usually it's 5 to 7. Fair enough? 5 to 7, if you're born between 5 to 7, you have a rising sign of Aquarius. You are in Aquarius, but your rising sign is in Aquarius because that's the nature of the sign. Are you with me? But from 7 to 9, it will be another sign. From 9 to 11 will be another sign. Are you with me? So who does not know their rising sign or ascendant? So you have to know your ascendant. This is very important as we're going to talk about it. So the ascendant shows the purpose of the soul. That's what we want. Okay, clear? The ascendant points out the way to the future. It is the future. Clear? Making it more possible, the sun sign, which we know, is our personality. The ascendant is our individuality. That's who we are when we come in here, but the personality is what's coming out. Are you with me? So what happened, this is the spiritual possibilities present within one's life. You should know that. You should know the rising sign because somehow this is the purpose that you have to be here. The sun sign shows what you have learned and accomplished up to now. So that means this is what you've collected so far. Clear? Sun sign is crucial in esoteric astrology. It's called the sign of possibilities. Sun sign is the sign of probabilities. Look at this. Sun sign indicates the nature of the personality that the soul uses to express itself. For the soul to be successful, the personality must be tamed. Sometimes our personality is so strong that actually the qualities are coming out, then you realize was that it's not you. It's your personality. A person who's pushy, actually you realize it's the personality that's acting, it's not the individual quality. Anger, greed, or especially if you see the negative qualities. So the personality, as I said, must yield its authority to the soul, so the soul will flow and you have a soul energy. The sun sign or the personality must yield to the ascendant or the soul. Is that clear? Okay, last one. Now to make it a little bit more, you're not going to come out of here. Okay, the moon. Who knows what the moon sign is? You know the moon sign. Okay? You have to know where the moon sign is. These are the three things that you have to remember. You have to remember the sun sign, ascendant, and the moon. Okay? The planet, this planet, it's called the planet, or because we call it in astrology the planet. It tells you about the past, the old habits that you have to get rid of if you want to progress forward in your journey. So these are the baggage that we've had. So the sum total of unconscious tendencies that hinder the soul for further expressing itself into one's life, actually it's called the moon imprisons the soul. It represents our handicap and limitations. Is that clear? So the moon, try to find out the moon. This is interesting. Once you know the moon sign, where your moon sign is, the negative qualities of that are the ones that are holding you back. Is that clear? Look at the moon, wherever your moon is. Okay, remember I should have brought the chart. What happened was that, you remember the natal chart? They're divided into 12 houses. Are you with me? 12 houses. We're going to talk about the houses. So the planets are all over the places. All over the place. And you have the rising sign, the moon sign, and the sun sign. Clear? So here, you know, the moon is actually your past, your old habits. Okay? Okay. This is just to end the talk. Master Choa's hierarchy of advancement. Master Choa says, just because we attended the workshop over the weekend doesn't mean that we're the experts already. First level is you have to know. Next level, you have to remember. Third level is you have to practice. Then the fourth level is you master. Look, it's very narrow going up. So what happened, a lot of people know, but they don't remember. They may remember, but they don't practice. They may practice, but they didn't master it. So same way with astrology. I'm telling you, we started, during the time when we started learning about astrology, wow, it's about 35 years. At that time, we didn't have computers. We have to do it all by ourselves, the ephemeris and all that. And guess what? We studied for 1 year with an astrologer. You know what we studied? Just our chart. And we didn't even complete it. So what happened was that it's an ongoing thing. You know, then you remember, then you know more, you remember more, know more, remember more, then it goes up. Is it clear? That's it. So, future topics. Esoteric interpretations of the signs. You want that. So every sign, at least we will try to grasp now. We're going to go to the soul level. Fine, it's nice to talk about the personality or the sun sign because it's fun. But we're going to be a little serious. We're going to go with the esoteric interpretations. We're going to do esoteric interpretations of the houses. We're talking about the race and deeper understanding of other things. Good enough? Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so we'll do our full our meditation. If you